women, they don't want to stay at home and they get lots of chances outside. So they are engaged in job too. हेर्नुहोस् है उहाँहरूलाई दोहोरो समस्या छ. One is they need to fulfill the duty at home and next is they need to do the job. बरु नपढेकाहरूलाई के छ, they just complete their duty at house. हैन, अहिलेको कन्टेक्स्टमा यो परिप्रेक्ष्यमा हेर्ने हो भने women are getting burden at their house. घरमा उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ बर्डन नै भइराछ, महिलाहरूलाई बर्डन नै छ, महिलाहरूले डबल लोड खेपिरहनु भएको छ. Beside these two, यो भन्दा बाहेक पनि के छ हाम्रोमा भने women's, महिलाहरूलाई they are taken as a means to run our house. हाम्रो घर चलाउने एउटा राम्रो साधनको रूपमा महिलाहरूलाई लिइन्छ. How they have done the work, what they need to do the work, and how they are playing a role over here. के काम, कस्तो काम र कसरी चाहिँ रोल प्ले गरिरहेका छन् त महिलाहरूले. This is what expressed over here. Judy Brady is the narrator of our essay. She starts introducing herself that I am a wife. There are different classifications of women in our society, and among that classification, she says that I lie in the classification of this is what the classification our society has classified. Srimati ko roop, wives are classified. So what she says is, as I lie in the classification of wife, like other women in this earth, in this society, I am a mother too. श्रीमती हूँ, आमा हूँ, boss. Now, she joins this matter with next aspect too. अर्को कुरा के छ, उनले के भन्छिन्? I am a woman, I am a wife, and I am a mother. So I need to do lots of work over here. Besides this, she joins her idea, her mentality with a friend who has just divorced, and that is her male friend. Her friend, उनको केटा साथीको भर्खरै डिभोर्स भयो. She was ironing her dress on the time he arrived at her home and said her that I got divorced with my wife, so I need a wife now. मेरो श्रीमतीसँग डिभोर्स भयो, डिभोर्स गरे मेरो पहिलाको श्रीमतीसँग, एक्स वाइफ. I am without wife now. अहिले मसँग श्रीमती छैन. So I need a wife. मलाई एउटा श्रीमती चाहियो, खोज्देऊ न भन्छ उसले. Then she analyzed him. उनलाई चाहिँ एनालाइज गर्छिन् र भन्छिन्, she analyzed that he had a child too, and he left that child with his ex-wife. आफ्नो सन्तानलाई सम्म छोडिसकेकी श्रीमतीलाई छोडेर अनि आफू एक्लै बस्ने र नयाँ श्रीमती चाहियो, अर्को श्रीमती चाहियो भन्ने. कति सजिलो छ यो समाज. How easy to say too. Yes, पाउन भन्न र देखाउन गर्न सबै एकदमै सजिलो समाज छ यो. If he needs a wife now, उसलाई श्रीमती चाहिन्छ भने के को लागि श्रीमती चाहियो? पहिला भएको श्रीमतीसँग चित्त बुझेन हो, उसलाई डिभोर्स गर्यो र फेरि श्रीमती चाहियो भने मलाई पनि यो श्रीमती भन्ने जात चाहियो भन्छन् के उनले. मलाई पनि श्रीमती चाहियो. किन चाहियो? श्रीमतीलाई चाहिँ उनले एउटा केटीको रूपमा भन्दा पनि यो विभिन्न डिफ्रेन्ट वर्क सी डज, उनले गर्ने डिफ्रेन्ट वर्कहरूलाई कम्पेयर गर्दै युज गरेको देखिन्छ यहाँ. What she says? So she says, I also need a wife. अब उनले किन I also need a wife अनि किन त्यो सबै प्रेजेन्ट गरिरहेका छिन् भने she is presenting these all the things because she knows what is the reality as a wife, what she is facing. उनी आफै श्रीमती भइसकेको हुनाले एउटा श्रीमतीले कस्ता कस्ता रियालिटी वर्कहरू फेस गर्नु परेको छ र उनले के फेस गरिरहेछिन् भन्ने कुरा उनलाई राम्रोसँग थाहा छ. So she says, अब उनले भन्छन् I also need a wife. I need a wife who will economically support me. कमाएर ल्याउने होस्. अरु जब गर्न गयो भनेदेखि दायाँ बायाँ लाग्न सक्छन्. स्कुलमा पढाउन गयो भने श्रीमतीहरू दायाँ बायाँ लाग्दैनन्. कन्सेप्ट के सोसाइटीको कन्सेप्ट. I need a wife who can support me economically, who is economically independent, जो आफैमा कमाउने होस्, who can support me also, and not only me, who are dependent on me. मेरो बुवा हुनुहुन्छ घरमा, आमा हुनुहुन्छ, मेरो सन्तानहरू जन्मिन्छन्, उनीहरूलाई पनि उनले लिएर आएर खर्च गर्ने हुन्. श्रीमती त्यस्तो हुन्. I want a wife. मलाई पनि यस्तो श्रीमती चाहियो. Who will work, जो काम गर्छ, आफू काम गर्ने र मलाई चाहिँ मेरो काममा पठाइदिने. And while I go to school, उनी आफै टिचर भएको हुनाले उनले भनिरहेछिन् है, उनी आफै टिचर छिन्. So she is saying, and when I go to work at school, my school जाने टाइममा my wife would take care of my children. मेरो बच्चाको राम्रो रेखदेख गरिदिने होस्. I want a wife who would look after my children, either they have eaten or not, and make them feed, plus keep them very clean. I want a wife who will wash my children's clothes and keep them updated. I want a wife who is good natured, who is good with my children, who also owns and who has spent a good social life. किन श्रीमान त सबैतिर जान भ्याउँदैन. So my wife would go to the each and every social celebrations and occasions or social problems and represent me. फलानाको श्रीमती भनेर चिनियोस् त्यहाँ गएर. उ त आउन सकेन तर श्रीमती आई थिए भनेर मेरो सट्टामा उले रिप्रेजेन्ट गरिदिने होस्. I want a wife who will take my children. मेरो बच्चाहरूलाई कहाँ लगिदिने? पार्क, जू, means who will fulfill the interest of my children. I want a wife who will look after my children when they are sick. When I am too sick. म बिरामी भएँ, मेरो बच्चा बिरामी भए भने राम्रोसँग हेर्ने होस्. It is not that she should leave the job. जागिरै छोडोस् भनेको होइन, कमाओस्. But in those days she would take leave. ती दिनहरुमा बिदा लिएर बसोस्. No matter if some month her salary would be decreased. कुनै महिना उनका तलब घटे भने कुनै समस्या छैन, तर उनले जागिर चाहिँ छोड्नु भएन. So, I want a wife who would mean a small cut in my wife's income. कमाईमा कम भएर केही फरक छैन, तर she would give proper time to her family. She could tolerate each and everything, सबै कुरा सहन सक्ने होस्. And she would arrange the time for her children, and she would look after my children very well. Not only this, बच्चालाई मात्र होइन, who would look after me too. मेरो पनि सबै washing, clothing, eating, everything maintain गरेर up to date बनाएर राखिदिउन्. Who would keep my clothes cleaned, ironed, maintained, replaced when need. हैन मेरो लुगा च्यात्तिएको छ भने यसको सट्टा यो सिलाइदिने भनेर आफै पनि खोजेर ल्याएर गरिदिउन् उनले. Who would cook good food and who would serve me very well. And I want a wife who is good to cook too. पकाउन राम्रो पनि हुनु पर्यो नि, मिठो पकाउने हुनु पर्यो. Who would plan the different menu herself, who would go to the grocery shop herself, and who would prepare each and everything. यति मात्र होइन, बच्चा हेर्ने, मलाई हेर्ने र घर हेर्ने मात्र होइन. My work as I am a student भनेको श्रीमान पढ्ने पनि हुन्छ नि त हैन, श्रीमानले त पढ्नु पर्यो भने मैले पढाइको बेलामा टाइप गर्नुपर्ने मेरा कुराहरूलाई बाँकी रहँदा my wife would prepare that well. मैले टाइप गर्न पनि नपरोस्, त्यो पनि उनले गरिदिउन्. I want a wife who would make me understand if I have any problem in my study. मेरो पढाइमा मलाई केही समस्या आयो भने मलाई बुझाइदिने पनि हुनु पर्यो मेरो श्रीमती. भनेको पढे लेखेको हुनु पर्यो, राम्रो पढेको हुनु पर्यो. I want a wife who would care me when I am sick and who would look after me very properly. हो, मलाई राम्रोसँग बिरामी हुँदा स्याहार गर्ने र मलाई केयर गर्ने हुनु पर्यो मेरो श्रीमती. No matter how many days she should take leave. कति दिन उनले बिदा लिनुपर्छ त्यसमा मलाई केही समस्या छैन. I want a wife who will care for me. मलाई राम्रोसँग हेर्ने होस्. And who would care my children and who would when I need rest and who would understand me that I need to change the scene too. उहाँलाई पनि घर आउने अफिस जाने गर्दा बोर लाग्यो होला भनेर सिन परिवर्तन गरिदिने खालको पनि होस् मेरो श्रीमती. Not only it he says, I want a wife who will not bother me with rambling complaints about wife's duties. मैले चाहिँ यो पनि गर्नु, त्यो पनि गर्नु, यस्तो पनि गर्नु भनेर कम्प्लेन नगर्ने खालको होस् मेरो श्रीमती. जे छ काम चुपो लागेर खुरु खुरु गर्ने होस्. Who would never complain me. मलाई नलगाओस् काम भनेको. So she says, उनी नै भन्छन् मलाई त्यो श्रीमती भन्ने जहाँ चाहियो भनेको के. She says that I want a wife. मलाई एउटा श्रीमती चाहियो who would explain me each and everything of my difficulties and help me in my studies. Who will type the papers for me. I want a wife who would take care of my friends when they will come at my house. मेरो घरमा मैले साथी बोलाउँदा, इन्भिटेसनहरु आउँदा who would take care of the house. सफा होस्, चट्ट होस्, clean, well maintained. श्रीमानको साथी आउँछन् भन्ने थाहा छ उनलाई, त्यो बेलामा उनले बच्चाहरूलाई खुवाई प्याई गरेर बेलैमा सुताइदिने होस्. So that my children would not disturb me and my friend. म र मेरो साथीलाई मेरो बच्चाहरूले डिस्टर्ब नगरून्. Who would prepare proper dish for me and my friend. हामीलाई कस्तो मन पर्छ त्यस्तै प्रिपेयर गरिदिने होस्. Who would add the drinks if the glass is empty. हो, ग्लास खाली देख्यो भने आएर रक्सी पनि आफै हाल्दिने होस्, हाल्नु नपरोस् हामीले. And who would respect my friends over there a lot. Not only it, I want a wife who is very sensitive towards my sexual needs. मलाई यो इच्छा हुँदा पूर्ण गरिदिने होस् मेरो श्रीमती. But if she has her interest and I am not in mood, उनलाई इच्छा छ तर म चाहिँ मुडमा छैन भने never urge about sexual relationship. त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ मलाई कहिले नभन्नुहोस्. I want a wife who would understand that husband would feel bored by coming home and going duty and every night spending with me. So she would send me. She would not reject an object if I stay all night outside. कुनै रात मैले बाहिर बिताएँ भने objection नगर्ने होस्. I want a wife who would accept next goal if I got appropriate than my wife. मेरो श्रीमती भन्दा राम्रो, मेरो श्रीमती भन्दा मलाई मन परेको अर्को कुनै केटी भयो भने उसलाई श्रीमती बनाएर घर ल्याउँदा अब्जेक्सन नगर्ने होस् मेरो श्रीमती. She would understand that, oh, he found someone better than me and there is something lagging on me. And would understand that something is lagging on me. ममा केही कमजोरी रहेछ र मेरो श्रीमानले अरु कुनै केटी मन परायो भनेर चित्त बुझाउने होस्. So, by chance, if I find any person more suitable than her, then my wife would accept it. I want liberty. मलाई स्वतन्त्रता चाहियो to replace my present wife with an another. त्योमा पनि उनले सक्ने हुन्, सहन सक्ने हुन्, accept गरून्. Naturally, I will expect a fresh new life. मलाई एकदम नयाँ सधैँभरि नयाँ दिन बिताए जस्तो फिल होस्. My wife will take care of my children. बच्चा हेर्ने मेरो श्रीमती and be solely responsible for them so that I am left free. मेरो बच्चाहरूसँग एकदमै रेस्पोन्सिबल हुन्. बच्चालाई सधैँ केयर गर्ने, अप टु डेट राख्ने, मेरो भर नगर्ने, मेरो वास्तै नगर्ने बच्चाको कुरामा. When I am through schools and have a job, my school र मेरो काममा हुँदा, I want a wife to quit working and remain at home so that my wife can more fully and completely take care of a wife's duties. श्रीमतीको काम घरमा गर्नलाई नहिचकिचाउने, उनी जबबाट आउँदा नि आफ्नो काम के हो त्यसलाई कम्प्लिटली गर्ने खालको होस्. यो सबै भनेको के त भन्दा हाम्रो सोचाइमा भएका हाम्रा मम्मीहरुलाई हैन, तपाईहरुले आफ्नो मम्मीलाई सोच्नुस्, कुनै दिदीहरु म्यारिड दिदीहरुलाई सोच्नुस् भने what are the women treated here in our society? Same alike what our writer has said here. जसरी राइटरले भनेको छ त्यही कुरा चाहिँ महिलाहरु, हाम्रा महिलाहरुलाई हामीले प्रेजेन्ट गर्ने र एक्सेप्ट गर्ने काम गरिरहेछौं भने they are like this in our society. यसरी चाहिँ उहाँहरुलाई हाम्रो समाजमा प्रेजेन्ट गरियो, युज गरिरहेको छ भने यो श्रीमती भन्ने जात यस्तो सजिलो, यस्तो अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ, यस्तो मिल्ने, यस्तो बुझ्ने रहेछ भनेको everyone exploits her. Then why don't we need a wife? तपाईहरुलाई नि एउटा श्रीमती भइदिए हुन्थ्यो जस्तो लागेन? Don't you think? Oh God, my God. Wife? Who wouldn't want a wife? Everyone wants a wife then. यस्तो सबै बुझ्ने मान्छे भएपछि भइहाल्यो नि, त्यो सबै बुझ्ने चाहिँ श्रीमती हो. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
Any problem?
No, ma'am.
May I go through the exercise? We have 10 minutes left. May I go through the exercise? Nance? Hello. May I go through the exercise now? Comprehension?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's see. Turn a book in 257. Everyone, turn a book in 257. Okay. So let's see. In one sentence. In one sentence, define what a Brady means by wife. I'm the writer there. Yes. Our writer Judy Brady wife like कसरी define गरिन्? Define it. Does this ideal wife actually exist? यस्ता ideal wife-हरु छन् होला त? Explain. छन् भने कसरी छन्? छैनन् भने कसरी छैनन्? List some of the specific duties of the wife Brady describes. Wife-ले गर्ने specific duties-हरु describe गर्नुहोस्. Into what 5 general categories does Brady arrange these duties? 5 वटा category छ. At work, at home, towards children, towards friends, towards family. होइन? So, what complaints does Brady apparently have about the life she actually lives? What complaints does Brady apparently have about the life she actually lives? उनको अहिले भइरहेको जीवनको complaint के हो? यो सबै हो what she is saying. What does she seem to attribute her problem? Under what circumstances does Brady say she would consider leaving her wife? What would happen to the children if she left? श्रीमती छोड्यो भने बच्चाको अवस्था कस्तो हुन्छ होला? हेर्नुस् न है, श्रीमती कसैको बितेको कसैको छोडेको श्रीमतीहरु छ भने बच्चाको लागि पनि they get next married, हैन? अथवा उनीहरुकै लागि पनि how can I live alone भन्छन् अनि अर्को विवाह गर्छन्. तर श्रीमतीको श्रीमान आजकलको उमेरमा विवाह गर्यो भने really those women has got married. Really. So this is what our society is. श्रीमती चाहिँ बच्चाको लागि बस्नु पनि श्रीमानले चाहिँ बच्चाको लागि विवाह गर्नुपर्ने. Propose an audience. This essay was first published in Miss Magazine. पहिलो पटक Miss Magazine मा publish भयो. In what sense is it appropriate for the audience of this feminist publication? Where else can you imagine it appearing? यसले कसरी feminist publication मा अहिले सहयोग गर्यो र अन्त कहाँ पनि यो हुन सक्छ? Does this, I want a guard, I want a personal secretary बनाउन सक्नुहुन्छ नि तपाईले आफ्नो PA कस्तो होस् त भनेर इमेजिन गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. You can write it. Do you think Brady really want the kind of wife she describes? Explains your response. उनले के यस्तै श्रीमती होस् भनेको हो त? What do you think? Lance,
No,
what do
ma'am.
you think? What's he saying?
Because how society expects a wife should be. Not
Yes, this is what the society expects a wife should be, and this is what the wives are being in our society. Okay, so the first and last paragraph of this essay are quite brief, means very short. Does this weaken the essay? Why or why not? Oh God, why wouldn't? Who wouldn't want a wife? Your last paragraph हो भने first paragraph चाहिँ I belong to the classification of people known as wives. I am a wife and not altogether incidentally I am a mother. यो एकदम छोटो छ. यसले के यसैलाई weak बनायो त? बनाएन, झन् strong बनायो भनेर लेख्नुहोस् है. In enumerating a wife's duty, Brady frequently uses the verb tense. उनले धेरै tenseलाई use गरेकी छिन्. What other verbs does she repeatedly want to repeatedly? She use repeatedly. How do these verbs help her make her point? यो verbले कसरी point बनायो भने I want पनि कति डेप भइरहेछ नि want. And there are many others. Read it and do. Brady never uses the personal pronoun he or she to refer to the wife. She defines. Why not? किन उनले he or she भनेकै छैन? किन सोसाइटीको सबै वाइफलाई रिप्रेजेन्ट गरिरहेको छिन्. Comment on Brady's use of phrase such as of course, needless to say, after all, by chance, naturally, to the expressions contribution to the sentence where they appear, to the essay as a whole. Let's explain the vocabulary project. To define each of the following words as it is used in the section, यसलाई define गर्ने र sentence मा नि use गर्ने है. मैले भनिरहेको छु सधैँ. Going beyond the dictionary definition, decide what Brady means to suggest by each of the following words. Is he using any of the terms sarcastically? Explain. यो दिएको टर्महरु चाहिँ उनले कुन अर्थमा युज गरेको होला? डिक्सनरी मिनिङ भन्दा फरक तरिकाले लेख्नुहोस्. मतलब एसेलाई बेस बनाएर. Journal entry. Is Brady's 1972 characterization of wife still accurate today? 1972 मा लेखेको उनले यो एसे अहिले 2021 भयो एप्रोप्रिएट छ त obviously it is so which of the characteristics it describes have remained the same के चाहिँ त्यो बेला र अहिले उस्तै छ त भन्नुस् त which have changed के चाहिँ चेन्ज भयो होला why म त केही चेन्ज भएको देख्दिन है अब तपाईहरुले केही देख्नुहुन्छ भने राइट इट केही न केही त लेख्नै पर्यो आन्सरमा writing workshop write an essay defining your ideas boss ideal boss parent teacher or pet यो कसैको लाई डिफाइन गर्दै एउटा एसे लेख्नुस् भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट वान है इट इज write an essay titled I want a husband ल तपाईलाई कस्तो श्रीमान चाहियो लेख्नुस् एसे लेख्नुस् taking an ironic stance उनले यहाँ आइरोनी गरे जस्तै तपाईले पनि आइरोनिक स्ट्यान्समा लेख्नु पर्यो use society's notions of the ideal husband to help you shape your definition so write a definition essay called the ideal couple in which you try to divide household chores and other responsibility equitably between two partners श्रीमान र श्रीमतीको आइडियल कपलको मा लेख्नुस् develop your definition with example combining the patterns like most definition essay I want a wife uses several pattern of development and definition essay जस्तो धेरै pattern of development छ which one does it use which of these do you consider most important for supporting Brady's thesis okay very easy one lesson पनि easy exercise पनि easy interesting है so it's your work to complete it Sunday सम्ममा यो कम्प्लिट गरेर मलाई पठाउने है कमिङ सन्डे
Yes, ma'am.
I'm taking your attendance, don't leave. Okay. So may I say goodbye? Any problem there? के समस्या छ भन्नु?
No, ma'am. China, ma'am.
So goodbye to you. Take care. And next start. हामीले फ्रेमिङ्स पढ्नु पर्दैन वाइफ बिटर पढ्नु पर्छ वाइफ बिटर रिजल्ट विल स्टार्ट वाइफ क्लास
Peter.